I want to talk to you guys about bad run form habits because the common question I always get is how long is it going to take to do this? And there's a couple things you need to know before you start changing your run form. I'm going to cue you in this video. Now real quick, if you want some help with your run form, don't forget Midfoot Project for 2021 is closing soon. There is a link in this post, 5-week step-by-step boot camp to improving your run form. So if you want some help, you want to learn how to run more efficiently, save energy, prevent injury, make sure you take a look at the Midfoot Project in this post or go to midfootproject.com. Okay, so the biggest mistake I often see with runners is that they try to tackle too many things. Hi, Joanne. And, guys think that they can multitask. We certainly know that deep down we cannot decide things. So, but one of the things people make a mistake on when they're running is they're focusing on their lean, their arms, and their foot strike, and all these different spots all at once. I said the thing about guys thinking they can multitask, and all the likes just started going nuts. You can't focus on too many things at once. It should be a checklist. So we have 4 things that we always focus on when we're working on someone's run form. The first is foot strike. If you can't strike the ground properly, if you're way overreaching, if you're landing on your toes, if you're not controlling that foot strike, you're setting yourself up for failure everywhere. And then there's other things to work on, trunk rotation, lean, knee drive. Those are the big 4 that we tend to work on, but you should siphon these things into containers. Like, I'm going to work on this, I'm going to master it, I'm going to go on to the next one. Because it takes time to work on these, and if you're it gets very confusing when you're dabbling on multiple spots at once. So my key thing for you guys today is make sure you're focusing on one thing at a time. Foot strike is always the best place to start, and then truthfully what we think is opening up your stride knee drive, because that's where you can get a lot of speed from. And that would be the second thing from a run form standpoint. Now, what I hear a lot is how long does it take to learn? And it really depends on a couple things. So when we do the Midfoot Project, we have a wide array of runners. We have new runners, we have older runners, we have experienced, novice, all these different spectrums. So it does make a difference on how long you've been running with bad form. Like runners who are been putting a lot of miles in, maybe they're in their upper 60s and they've been running a certain way for 40 years, those are a little bit harder to break. But there's a couple times where it's actually easier to learn new run form. One is when you're just starting out, like whether you're coming back from injury or you are newer to running, you can definitely change it. It happens a little bit quicker. And then if you've been running a certain way for a long time, it can take some time, but the change is always worth it for sure. What we generally see is that the Midfoot Project is 5 weeks, and most often it takes about 2 months to really dial this thing in and to be comfortable with it. And it's actually supported by the research. So I was just digging it up. I'll post the link in this post, but it's a really long research article that says the 21 day to change a habit is a complete farce. And it's actually, the average is about 66 days to change your run form. And what makes one of the biggest differences is repetition. You can miss a session or two to change a habit, but you really gotta keep it rolling for quite a while to change it. Now the cool thing about running is that you can actually do it changing your run form is you can actually do it while you're running. So that's one of the things we actually preach, and I'm really excited about this year, is we have audio guided runs where I'm recording a 30-minute run in your ear, you pop it in, and I actually walk you through these changes as you're out there. But you need to be consistent with it. You need to give it some time. One of the things I always hear from runners is well, when I try to change my form, I feel more tired. It's more difficult. And my answer to that always is you become efficient at being inefficient. Like if you were to go and learn to, brush your teeth with your left hand, and you're usually doing it with your right, eventually, you'll be all over the place. You'll be moving your head instead of the brush to start. And then after you do it long enough, you'll get better at it. And it doesn't, it's just the repetition makes it more efficient. And the thing with bad run form is that the repetition makes it efficient. It makes it feel normal. So when you make this change, it can feel a little awkward and off. So I really encourage you guys, if you're not working on your run form, this is the time to do it. I know races are starting to come up, but you can work on it while you run, and it doesn't take a ton of effort. You just have to know the drills and know what to work on. So 66 days to change a habit, so don't get discouraged when it's been a week. I know you guys are all probably like me and want immediate answers. And then the other thing is one thing at a time. Work on your foot strike, turn that page, work on your knee drive, turn that page, work on your lean and then turn that page, and then work on your full body running. And those are the four pages that we use, and I think they're helpful. If you want help with your run form, you want to turn that first page, you want to learn how to improve your foot strike, be sure to check out the link in this post to the Midfoot project. Closes soon. We only run it once a year. 5-week training with me, with Patrick O'Connor, and we're going to lead a group of runners on this change. All the drills, exercises, everything you need, and I hope to see you guys there. All right, have a great day. Bye.